Hey everybody, it's Alyssa with Embellish. Welcome to my Wednesday noon Central Time lives. I'm delighted to share a project with you today. And we are all about hot cocoa packets today. This calls for cocoa. The weather turned this week and it is chilly and gorgeous in southern Wisconsin. And the color is just really starting to pop out after a long very warm, unusually warm fall. So we are finally getting our color here. So you'll have to leave a comment and tell me where you are in your fall process, or maybe it's not even fall where you are. Maybe it's a completely different season. Maybe it's springtime where you are. So leaving me a comment and let me know where you're watching us from today. All right, so it is hot cocoa season, and that's one of the first things I noticed when I saw the More Than Autumn bundle in the Stampin' Up! Holiday Mini Catalog. The pictures are mostly for fall, and I just wanted to really point out some of the options for Christmassy treats too, because it's coming up on that time, right? It's almost craft fair season for me, and I'm going to need lots of treats for people to purchase at my stall. So I'm working with the More Than Autumn bundle. It's on page 49 if you have a catalog. If you don't have a catalog, just go to lissa.stampinup.net and request one. I'd be happy to send you one free of charge here in the United States if you don't already have a demonstrator. I would love to be your Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. Okay, so I've shared autumn projects with this set in the past, and today I just wanted to share some Christmas ones, and I'm not going to demo all of these. We're just going to make one of them, but I did want to show you some of the projects from my last stamp camp, which was this weekend, and we just had a lot of fun making projects for, let's see, we did donuts, we did pumpkin spice, and we did hot cocoa projects. So we made some cards and gift cards, easy, and this gorgeous wooden tag. They have wooden tags super cheap in a 12-pack at Hobby Lobby right now. Run to go get those. They're very fun and so much sturdier. Like if you're making ornaments or gift tags, these are so much sturdier for posterity, right? Because if they're careful with it, the paper part will last a long time, but the base can get banged up a little bit. So I just love having that on wood. So we made those too, and then I showed this. We didn't make it, but I showed this. Excuse me. You are the peppermint to my cocoa. Yay! Just a cute little framed art piece, and then we made these. And I don't know about you, but I sometimes need lots of very small gifts at Christmas, like to pass out to coworkers or just have something to give to carolers or neighbors. And this is not a lot of work, and therefore you don't have to charge a lot for it if you're putting it at craft fairs, and people can get a bunch of them. So let's make that today, shall we? So to start with, you're going to need good old Swiss Miss hot cocoa packets, right? Nestle works too. Just make sure when you separate them that you don't accidentally rip them into the actual part with the cocoa. And then I like to trim off that torn part where they were attached together, just so it looks a little bit nicer. And it will also fit in our little hot cocoa envelope better. The papers I'm going to use are the Take a Bow papers, and they are a Christmas 6x6 pack. Aren't they cool? Look at those patterns. You can mix and match them. Super fun. I'm going to use the one with holly and berries and the peppermint stripe on the other side. There's only 4 patterns of paper in that pack, but they're double-sided, so you're getting 8 different Christmas patterns to play with. And it's classic real red and garden green color. So matches everything you got, right? Okay, it really is this easy. I was almost like, I need other things to show today, but you're going to love it. So we are going to wrap our hot cocoa like it's a baby, right? So we're going to, it just fits, you'll see. It just fits on this 6x6 square. Okay, so we're going to wrap in the sides. like that. And you can see how they just overlap. Very cute already, right? And then we're just going to tuck up the bottom until it meets the two sides. So you may have to remove the cocoa packet in order to get that nice and flattened out there. We'll burnish all of our folds with a bone folder. Cute. Okay, so then open it back up again. Tuck the bottom one in so that it will be held down by the top two. And then all you need is a piece of tear and tape. Oops. Something quite strong. You can use liquid glue if you want. Just make sure it's something that will hold up to the pressure of having the packet squeezed in there, right? And then all it takes is the outermost flap just gets closed like that. Oops, there we go. Cute. So one little jot of adhesive and the rest of it is fine. Now this is kind of fragile and flimsy, so my original idea was to put a hanger there, right? But I'm going to fold it down first, about a half an inch, or about an inch, sorry. And that will do two things. I know it's an optical illusion that I didn't fold that straight. It's because the candy stripe papers are not straight, but I did fold down this flap stripe. That will serve two purposes. First of all, it holds the cocoa packet from sliding around. Not that it's loose, but that helps reassure us that it will stay in there. It reinforces that so the corners won't get dog-eared, and it gives us a place to punch our hole so that we can attach all of our fun ribbon and tag to it. So you can glue that down if you want. Otherwise, when it's tied all together, it won't need anything at all. Cute, cute. So that's the basic holder, and it works for all kinds of cocoa. Do be careful if you buy the gourmet brands of cocoa, because their packets are usually about an inch taller than the cheapo Swiss Miss Nestle ones. And those will not fit in 6x6 paper. Rather, they'd fit this way, but they won't fit this way. So you might have to add more paper or use a slightly larger square cut down from 12x12. Maybe an 8x8 square would work for that. Okay, so don't go too expensive on the cocoa, right? This is meant to be a project for cheap, quick handouts, like at a Christmas parade, or, you know, your Christmas lunch at work or something. Just a quick little gifty. So we've wrapped our cocoa packet, and then the rest is just decorating. So I'm going to take some cute words that I die cut from the matching die set. So More Than Autumn has all these words and sayings that you can mix and match. All images for all year round, honestly. And then if you get the matching die set, you have larger words, which make it so that you can be even more versatile with your projects. Works for scrapbook pages, home decor, 3D items, and they still fit on cards too. So I really think this is one of the best deals we've had in a long time as far as a bundle that just includes absolutely everything you could want. All right, so what I have done when I die cut these is I put sticker paper on the back, adhesive sheet, and those come in 6x12 strips. So I usually use 12x12 cardstock so I don't waste any of my sticker paper. And that allowed me to put that down just like it was a sticker, and not have to worry about getting glue on all those little tiny parts of the letters. Once you burnish that sticker paper down, it will stay extremely well. Okay, so I just used a scrap of red paper. This is 3.5 inches by just over 1 inch. And you'll see why it needs to be just over 1 inch is because we're going to add a little stamped piece here, and it needs part of this tag to cling to. Or it will just be falling off all the time. So let's add, there's all kinds of sayings in the More Than Autumn set, but I'm going to use this one with real red ink. It says, "You had me at hot cocoa. And you can use any sort of punch or just a little strip of paper, but I had this cool set of Christmas labels, and it came with these fun banners, and so that's what I'm using for mine. This is what mine are going to look like this year, right? Okay, so then that can go anywhere you need it to go on this slightly larger than 1 inch piece. 1 inch would be fine for the words, but we needed that little extra dab for the cute little banner to say. Okay, we're almost done. Oh, I forgot the stamp. I'll have to get that out. You want to use a classic to and from stamp. Let me grab mine for a second here. I'm using one that came in the Humble Home stamp set, which I've also had a ton of fun with this year. So it just says to and from, cleverly enough. Where'd my ink pad go? Here it is. See, this is such a simple project, and I've already lost my supplies in the rubble. Silly girl. Cute. To and from, and that strip is about 4.5 inches. 4 1/4 would work too. The only thing is you want it to be a little bit longer than the red one so that you can write on it and it will show just a little bit behind your piece here. So then I'm going to attach those two with a dimensional or two at a little bit of an angle. I've got mini dimensionals out today, so I'm going to use several of them to kind of put that, but it's not attached on the left so that you can write here and it will be partially covered. You don't have to broadcast who you're giving it to, right? Or you can leave them blank and then your recipients will be able to use that themselves. So you can either put this down and punch a hole in it as well to fit on your tag, or you can just stick it down with glue. Totally up to you. I've got red ribbon here, which is super cheap right now on the clearance rack. The Stampin' Up! Clearance rack was recently refreshed, and there is tons of embellishments and ribbon and paper. Even some punches on there for pennies on the dollar right now. If you haven't been to the clearance rack lately, it's definitely worth a look. So I'm just threading my ribbon through, tying my bow, leaving the ends as long as you prefer. Some people like really long ends. I like to keep my ends fairly trim. I'm going to cut them at an angle so they don't unravel. Cute! Isn't that fun? And it was so easy. So honestly, if you were mass producing these, you just lay out your stuff in stacks, do all your die cutting first, then do all your stamping, then wrap all your goodies and punch all the holes, and you're good to go with these adorable cocoa packets made with the More Than Autumn stamp set, and lots of cute, fun options. So if I can provide you with any of the Stampin' Up! Goodies you saw here today, you can easily shop at lissa.stampinup.net. You can ask for the latest holiday mini catalog, and you can visit my blog anytime for these and many other ideas. I've been blogging for easily more than 15 years now. I'll have to think about that. I've been blogging since 2008. Wow, that's a long time. I just realized that. Anyway, at embellishwithlissa.com. So I'd love to have you visit there anytime. Be sure to leave me a comment today if you enjoyed this quick project and would love more ideas for fun craft fair goodies. Thanks for watching, everybody.